What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the OddsShopper channel, coming to you with a Monday Night Football duo edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video. Goes a long way for you. That way you become apprised whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. I'm in Ross St. Brown. Absolute Hulk smash into the earth. Fantastic stuff there. You know, it wasn't. The Vikings lost, and that hurt my feelings. But also, San Francisco. Andy Reid off a bye is just something that apparently the likes of which will never be explained. I mean, Brock Purdy played horrible. There were some terrible, terrible throws by him, but hey, no excuses. Andy Reid off a bye is that good. I bet against him, so potentially a mistake. Also potentially just, wasn't ideal, but had a great morning. Afternoon was a little bit shaky here. Hopefully the evening goes better for me. I ended up on a Devontae Adams anytime touchdown, so I'm sure that's going to go well, plus 160. We shall see. That was all posted in Tails. That was all bet by me, betting slips included, and you can sign up for that over at Tails. That is Lindy50 to get 50% off your first week or month down at the link below. Would love to see you there, talking through all my MLB plays as well. Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and Los Angeles Dodgers money line. Yeah, interesting. It's about as square of a card as I will ever put out there into the universe, I think. But either way, I thought it was the right side of things here for Sunday night. And baseball's been just fantastic. Got the Ohtani home run plus 400 at BetMGM. What's even going on? And then Juan Soto plus 500 at BetMGM. Ridiculous type numbers. And while we're taking advantage, I'm there handicapping MLB the whole way through. And then, of course, on Tuesday, NBA Lindy's will be in full effect. Yeah, Monday night recording that. NBA is back. Alrighty, y'all. We got two games. I'm going to get right to it here. Bet365 we'll talk about here at the midway point. But producer Jacob, let's get to the picks. It's party time. P-A-R-T. Why? Because Lamar Jackson's gotta. Well, him and Derrick Henry, who's been, I would say, the most relevant non-quarterback MVP we've seen in quite some time. I mean, this is just absolutely absurd. I was going through the box scores because I was like, oh yeah, it's been since before Christmas of last year since Derrick Henry has not scored a touchdown in a game in which he's appeared. He's been a freak of nature. Yes, with Tennessee even. We saw it. We know what Big Hoss can do. And, well, he's doing it here with the Baltimore Ravens. They're 3.5-point favorites in Tampa. Gotta say, Bet365, pretty decent spot to be able to throw something like this together if you want to parlay my plays and not play them individually, because I know a lot of people don't want minus 190 anytime touchdowns on a guy. But Derrick Henry, I still think is worth it, worth paying the freight on. We have a 49.5 total. I mean, you talk about a 3.5 there. We're talking an implied total north. I mean, just cut it in half, 24.5. And then, well, they're the favorites on it. So 26, 27 for an implied total. And now we're getting Derrick Henry in these territories where it's all right, maybe you package it with something if you're trying to reduce some of that juice. But Tampa Bay on the other side, we saw Sean Tucker get added to the mix with Bucky Irving. Rashad White has been practicing here. We'll see what ends up coming down to the end there. I don't have a ton of positive EV props, though, right from the get-go, and that's where I find it to be just kind of appealing to continue to back Derrick Henry. We've done it multiple times here on this video. We're going to do it multiple times, I'm sure, in the future, as long as the price stays remotely in check. Now, there are places where this has gotten north of minus 200. Don't play it at these places. But we're sitting at minus 190 over on the FanDuel side of things. And I think that becomes an interesting one. If you want to go minus 190 with that and minus 190 on Baltimore, we're talking about plus money that you're getting for the tandem of them. And I don't see many situations where Baltimore wins this game where Derrick Henry doesn't find the box. I mean, it's going to take a lot of outlier performances, some Zay Flowers 75-yard touchdowns, some Mark Andrews getting involved at the goal line, some things that Baltimore doesn't want to do. And I know Tampa Bay a little bit more stout. Notice how 88.5 rushing yards. I'm probably not going to be going near that after jamming Derrick Henry overs in some rushing yard spots here in recent weeks. Derrick Henry will be added to my card, though, here, in addition to the Baltimore money line, both of those. And again, if you don't want to play them individually, just fine making that the parlay tandem. Tampa Bay, I think this will still be semi-competitive, but Baltimore gets the job done. I believe that they are the best team in football. Them, Detroit, I would put Kansas City still, even without a wide receiver up there, because they just find ways to get it done on the defensive side of things. Baltimore's defense, positive regression coming for them. And shout out Chris Godwin. He's a god. Mike Evans, love you too. But Baltimore gets it done. This is also getting it done. An amazing deal with Bet365 where you can bet $5 at the link below at any one of these states that are coming up on your screen. If you're in Colorado, Louisiana, Virginia, Kentucky, New Jersey, Arizona, Ohio, Iowa, Indiana, Pennsylvania, or North Carolina. Come on and raise up. Take your shirt off, twist it around your head, then bet $5 and get $200 over at Bet365. This is a great opportunity to get some of those single game parlays put together. And on Monday, they have some amazing single game parlay deals going on where if you get something that's plus 200 or better, I believe it is, you have an opportunity to get yourself $10 per touchdown that's scored there. So if you deposit $5, you bet $5 on something in those single game parlay streets, and you're going to bet, $10 or more on something, well, you're going to get yourself $200 in bonus bets. All of that together seems too good to be true, but it's not. It is a real thing. So deposit down at the link below, only if you're 21 and over, 18 and over in Kentucky. If you have a gambling problem, please call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. To the last game we go. Saved a lot more of my analysis for this one because I think Baltimore, Tampa Bay, we've been pretty impressed by what we've seen from them this season. I've been impressed at times with Arizona. Obviously, that game against the Rams was an absolute whole smash. Helped to have Cooper Kupp get dinged up in that first quarter. Cooper Kupp sounds like he's going to be active against my Minnesota Vikings on Thursday Night Football in LA. That'll be a fascinating one for sure. But we got the Chargers, 1.5-point favorites heading to Arizona, 44.5 total, lower than your average Arizona total. And part of that is because, of course, the Chargers want to run the football. I know that we've seen some rapport with a number of different pass catchers here. Ladd McConkey specifically being a guy who I think is just hashtag good at football. But Ladd McConkey, it's still short ADOT stuff to a certain extent. He's still not getting crazy downfield here for Justin Herbert, who, no Mike Williams, which probably isn't that bad of a thing anymore based on the Mike Williams that I saw play football last Monday night. That's for sure. We'll see Sunday Night Football exactly what comes to fruition, although don't believe he's going to be active for it. They said that he was going to be on the trade block. But anyway, that game is going on here on Sunday night. That's about to go in 10 minutes. Let's finish this one out here so I can go watch some football, shall we? I think that we've definitely got to consider a number of pieces here from a prop perspective. I'm very fascinated with Marvin Harrison Jr. Now, there are lots of ways that he's still dinged up and still not 100% entering this football game. He had practiced on intermittently, not intermittent fasting. I don't know why my brain went there. Oh, let's be serious. Everybody's got to try to diet somewhere. Love you, honey. Thank you very much. But anyway, we got Justin Herbert and Kyler Murray that I think are in great opportunities to advance the football down the field against each other. Again, this is just one of those football games where I think we're going to see passing rate over expectation for both squads. And that kind of gets me more excited to potentially single game parlay some stuff up with Justin Herbert. Again, this is a team that run plays 50.2% of the time. Over half the time, they're running run plays, which, has become not the norm. We're seeing teams shift towards more run heavy schemes here. But strength of schedule played. Arizona's played the toughest, yes, the number one most difficult strength of schedule to this point. And the Chargers, despite what we've seen at times defensively, they're only bolstering PFF's 24th ranked defense here at the moment. I've got them at 22nd for what it's worth, comparing it between this and my own sheet here. We obviously know the main pieces. Khalil Mack, confirmed, very good at football. But we're going to be missing a couple of pieces, specifically posted there on the offensive side of things. I think this creates at least an opportunity for Arizona's offensive line to be holding up here, specifically left tackle Paris Johnson. I think he's been performing well above expectation here and going to give Kyler Murray plenty of time. And both of these teams do find ways to at least slow down the run. And I think that this is going to create pass funnels here. Again, 44.5 total. There's a reason it's going towards that. Plus J.K. Dobbins, we're starting to see Vidal mix in a little bit for him. We saw some crazy good pass catching from him in that debut, specifically that touchdown, which was just absolutely ridiculous. And James Conner, we know what he can be in the passing game. Trey McBride, it's still waiting to come. These are too low of numbers for what this total is implying to me. So Justin Herbert, over 195.5 passing yards, best available. Kyler Murray, over 211.5. I want you focused on the passing game in both of these, and I'm sure I'm going to have some of these reception props, but there's going to be about 4 or 5 that I want to be reacting to a little bit closer to lock. Want to get some information about Marvin Harrison, make sure that he's not going to be on a snap count or anything of that nature. Otherwise, Greg Dortch season would be in full effect. That would be fun times, right? I think Michael Wilson's been a little bit better as the X-wide receiver on the outside, but he's got the most difficult matchup against Christian Fulton. Lots that I want to rerun going into tomorrow, so I'm going to kind of see where the market goes. But as for now, love both passing games in this one. Some people might say, oh, well, if the Chargers get up, they're going to try to run the ball, slow it down. Yeah, but then they're not going to be converting on third downs, probably going to get behind the sticks, like passing above expectation here. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Monday Night Football, 2 games. I love these 2-game slates. Don't know why we only had 3 on Sunday afternoon. That felt a little bit dormant to me. But anywho, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and of course, be on the lookout for NBA Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks coming to you on Monday night for Tuesday's slate. We got a 2-gamer to break down. Tons of NBA stuff that I'm updating on my side. We'll still be covering the MLB here. Yankees are in the World Series. We'll see Dodgers-Mets Sunday night, how this comes to fruition as well. Going to be awesome times here to be subscribed to the OddsShopper YouTube channel between myself, between Lofty, Ben Raza. So many great analysts, so little time. Check out all of the great information here. And then check out Tails, of course. Lindy50, 50% off all of my picks. Alrighty, Jacob, let's get out of here, my friend. Until next time, friends, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the NFL streets on Monday night.